So I just want to give everyone a chance to meet them.
Hello.
Meet you, huh?
Nice to meet everybody.
How many years have you worked for the Trafford Police Force?
12 years.
12 years?
Yes, sir.
And, I mean, we've been.
You started out as part-time.
I did. Yes, sir. Back in 2006.
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Was this something you volunteered for, or did they pick you for this position?
This is something that they just felt that I was most suited for.
He does have that kind of personality.
I've spent time with in schools, and I've also had a lot of past ALICE training, and also CISD training, which is critical incidents in school stress debriefings. I've created 4 levels of that.
I'm glad to have you for sure.
Thanks.
During my morning walks, I used to come across him quite often.
Always at the bridge morning.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I
Yeah.
saw him walking fast through the building, so I caught up with him, and I said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Nothing. This is just how I move." I said, "Oh,
Very briskly.
very, very briskly." But my first idea was, "What is going on?" So I appreciated that.
Absolutely.
So thank you, and I thank you for taking everything seriously and the kids.
Thanks for
And you
coming.
handle both the elementary and the middle school, and you do an excellent job. So
Thank you.
I appreciate that. And any security suggestions you have after doing this job for a while, just see me. And I know we had an audit done this past summer. We've taken care of a great deal of items on the list. We're almost done actually with our list from the audit, which I was very thankful for, due to the board's extra mill they helped with security. So very grateful. But anything that you come across, just let myself know.
Will do.
Officer Kitterman, there's also another, somebody compliments you when you're not there, is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Iglesias, that's correct. Monday and Tuesday will be Sergeant Sosi.
Okay.
Should he be out, I will be, as this week, I'll be there full time. So it'll be himself or myself at all times.
But typically, you would be the person who would be there Monday through Friday unless something is different.
Well, my scheduled days are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
Sergeant Sosi is Monday and Tuesday, unless he's on vacation or some emergency, which is occurring this week. I was there all last week, and I'm there all this week.
And just to be clear, there's still somebody on the road handling.
Correct. We have 2 officers that are generally on daylight terms.
Okay, so you won't.
Should there ever
So you won't
anything
get
occur.
pulled to handle things in the community?
That's correct.
Okay, good.
I'm in the school permanently.
Now, I'm the Buildings, Grounds, and Safety Chairman of that committee, so I'm making my rounds to different buildings, and I always ask every one of our armed officers if there's any special protocol they would like to have. I just buzz and I hunt you up is what I do, so that's what I'll be doing hopefully either this week or next week.
Yeah, I have an office that they've given me back in the library, but I'm usually on the go. And then I've been centrally located towards the office because that seems to be general area. If something would go wrong, I have my entities to pick my access way to get there. But I have a school walkie-talkie as well that I'm in communication with Principal Sullivan, Principal DiNapoli, and also Miss Vicky.
I come right through that front door, and I always let the lady, whoever's at the front desk know, and maybe and
Sure.
Mr. Sullivan's handy. And then now I'll be down there because of all the complaints about the heat too. So
Right. Yeah, they have a double door buzzer, which I believe was just added this year.
Yeah,
We
it's
did
all-
it this
I'm
summer.
It seems to be a lot. I've heard a lot of good feedback from parents coming to get kids, things of that nature.
I haven't had one of the schools have one parent complain about it, because I know it was keeping them in a controlled area now, but there hasn't been a complaint brought to my attention, so
I've heard only positive
good.
feedback.
It was needed, so I appreciate that extra lot of
You
caution.
never have enough security
Yeah.
in this day and age.
If you don't mind, would you walk around the inside of the table here and just introduce yourself to the board?
Yes, sir, absolutely. Well, thank you. Jonathan Kitterman is my actual name. Nice to meet you.
Hi, welcome to the
Ma'am, nice to
district.
meet you. Thank you.
And Jonathan, what's your counterpart's name?
Sergeant Sosi, Mike Sosi.
Monday and Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you again. Nice to meet you. Good to see you again.
Thanks for coming up and introducing yourself. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you, Lynn.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow morning, I'm sure.
Yeah, you sure.
Jim Matarazzo, my wife Claudia's, Mondays and Thursdays.
Nice to meet you, Jim. Nice to meet you. Yes, sir. Anything else?
That's all I said I put
Thank
you
you very
first.
much. I appreciate that.
The enrollment, I wanted to give you some news on the enrollment. We're at 3,862 this year, and that's only up 11 from last year. But this is our first year, actually, we made a gain. We have been steadily losing anywhere from the average about 75 students per year. So for the fact that we didn't lose any students and we actually made a gain, it is, it's kind of nice to see that for a change.
Is that mostly in kindergarten level, is that the number increased, Matt?
Kindergarten, we increased by 30 this year. We have
What was the number you
262.
just said?
We're at 3,862.
Plus 11.
Plus 11.
We're up 11 from last year. We had 3851
So
last year.
kindergarten increased by 30, okay.
Well, I think that growth we've been talking about and anticipating, I think you're gonna start seeing it now. It's happening.
Yeah, now, next year will be very interesting to see what that number is.
It's exciting with all the housing developments and everything going on in the PT. It's a good time to move to the district. So and then just looking at that, that was really amazing to see. So I'm very proud of that number. So it might be only be 11, but there's a reason why we like it. So we'll keep monitoring that and seeing what
'Cause
happens during the
I
year.
do remember, maybe somebody around the table here, Scott, we got a thing from PennDOT, was it about 10 years ago? They said by the year 2015 or somebody, our roll was supposed to be 3,300 or something like that. Do you remember that figure?
Yeah, somewhere around there. There were
Yeah.
some projections like
Huh?
that. Projections, yeah.
Yeah, projection, and at that time, Dr. Trey was on, he kept on pounding on that, and I said, I don't see it going that direction. It sure isn't. I mean, we never got that low,
For
never.
the longest time, it seemed that even if our elementary schools were staying low, we'd be getting new students in the high school. Like 9th grade, 10th grade, we was really hit hard with transfers for those grades.
We get the parochial school kids
Yeah.
starting in 6th and 7th grade, and another crop in 9th grade, so that the classes get bigger as time goes on.
What is our high school enrollment this year, Matt? Do you have it?
Almost 13, what is it?
$12.99, all but one. I keep saying, oh, come on.
The school capacity is
Shut
what,
up, one more
16?
kid.
17?
About 17.
Okay.
Keep monitoring, but I thought that was good news and it was interesting to see.
325.
I know Phil mentioned about we have received some energy savings proposals, and I was sharing some of the companies that brought them in. One was from McClure and Company, and one was from Reynolds. We're interested in maybe talking to a few more,
Sure, buddy.
just to see some different aspects on it. And hopefully the energy proposals will not only help the district save some funds, but also help us with our heat issue. Because as you know, we had a delay school again tomorrow. Or actually, it was not delay, I'm sorry, I keep saying delay. We had to have an early dismissal tomorrow for the heat issues for our elementary and middle school. So we do take that seriously, and we are looking into it. So just want to give you more information on that. And finally, Jim has some information to share on the Old Glory program.
Oh, yes. From the high school, this came in, Mr. Collier said, I'm excited to announce that we'll be participating in a nationwide run across America, carrying the American flag. There's information to learn more about it. It's called the Old Glory Relay. It's going to start in Boston on September 11th, and it's going to be in our area on Thursday, September 27th at approximately 12:45. What's going to be nice, they're going to have the flag come down Route 130. And then they're actually going to have the high school kids go down and meet it and then go up to the stadium. They're going to go around the track. And so we're going to be a major part in that. We want to have our students outside surrounding the area with flags, posters, or words of encouragement. We'll give you more information as that time approaches as well. And we'd love our entire community to line Route 130, so please publicize this, what we're trying to do. So that's Thursday, September 27th, approximately 12:30, 12:45. So we're going to be part of the march.
That's exciting. It's no, it's Thursday.
Starts at 12:30, you said, Jim?
About 12:45, they said they should be, so I'm just saying maybe be there by 12:30 at least. And they said part of the goal is to connect communities. From inspiration, strength, freedom, each person touches this part of Old Glory. So we're going to be part of that.
I'm glad they take advantage of the opportunities at the high school. We have a good staff up here, and it's good to see that you're doing this. So thank you. That's all I have under information. Next week, under athletics and extracurricular, we're going to ask you to approve volunteer coaches and accept resignations. Under budget and finance, we're going to ask you to approve proposed activities and budgets for the 2018-19 school year for the high school and middle school student organizations. Under buildings and grounds and safety, we're going to ask you to approve the change orders on Penn Middle School EIFS project, appoint a school safety and security coordinator. Part of the Act 44 regulations requires that each district appoint someone who oversees safety. As of now, my name is down because for the last 11 years, I actually handled it for the district. So I just put my name down. We had it submitted by the 31st on there. It's new state requirements.
So then you suspect that would be, hold true for our next week's appointment?
Correct. Also part of the Act 44, they are getting advance. All the schools in the state are getting something similar to what we already purchased. The Safe Schools Hotline, which we actually felt the need last January to adopt. They're actually going to give us a program to use very similar. So I'm anxious to see what that involves, because right now I've been very happy with the Safe School Hotline, so I hope it's a system comparable or even better. And we actually got a tip already this year that we looked into, and it helped us negate before school started as well, so we appreciate the program. Approve the Trafford School Resource Officer Program Agreement. We always have to sign an agreement, and like we do with one with the township, we're doing it with Trafford as well because it's two different entities. We won't have anything for employees, relations, negotiations, transportation, or food service. Under personnel and curriculum, we want you to approve substitute teachers and support personnel, employee personnel, approve leave requests, accept a resignation, and then approve a contract for the Assistant Director of Business Affairs, which is actually Joan Weiner. She's filling in tonight for Brett Lego. Joan, how many years have you worked here?
I've been here for 8 years.
Been here for 8 years, serving under that capacity, so.
Yes.
Okay. Joan does an excellent job, and like I said, we don't have any issues at all involving Joan, so she's an asset to the team, well respected.
Soon to be 11.
Yeah. Policy, Public Relations, Legislative, Title II. We're going to ask you to accept and file Information Committee meeting minutes of August 13, 2018, and give final approval of new and revised board policies and admin regulations. We don't have anything under taxes, insurance, and census. So I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Kachasik.
All right, it'll be time for recognition of visitors. I don't believe anybody signed up. So, having said that, I have a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Motion. Second.
Second, question? Meeting adjourned.